Ladies and gentlemen, check out my segment from last night. I was one of the first people on YouTube to bring up the story about, the fact that Nancy Pelosi does not want to bring the articles of impeachment to the Senate. Now, if you look, this is so hilarious. They've spun this now into Pelosi pressuring McConnell.
I think you have it backwards. Pelosi's not pressuring me. I'm pressuring Pelosi.
I almost got my McConnell down. Almost.
I almost got my McConnell down. It sounded a little bit like Bill Clinton before.
Anyway, New York Times, Trump impeachment trial in doubt as Democrats weigh withholding articles. Okay, New York Times. Fox News. Harvard law professor backs Pelosi move to keep articles of impeachment. So you have a situation where Pelosi demands impeachment trial info before sending charges. No, you don't demand anything. This is not what's... Okay, they have yet again managed to spin... a loss into some kind of victory where Pelosi's a tough, gutsy human being, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's not that. It's not that they couldn't prove their case in the House of Representatives. That's not what it is. That's not the issue. They want to make sure that McConnell and Lindsey Graham are impartial jurors, just like Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff were impartial. The only person who was really actually impartial, aside from like one or two people who voted against the articles of impeachment in the Democratic Party, Tulsi Gabbard voted present. I give her a great deal of respect for doing that. And history will look at that vote as a very important vote and maybe the beginning of the change within the Democratic Party. She's still a Democrat. Anyway, that was a very good, principled move by Tulsi Gabbard. But anyway, here you go. Will Nancy Pelosi's gambit to withhold impeachment charges from the Senate work? No, it won't. It's not a gambit. It's not a tough, some kind of tough thing that she's doing. On Wednesday, after the House of Representatives impeached President Trump for Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi addressed the next steps in impeachment. No, she didn't. She circumvented the next steps because the House of Representatives did not prove their case. They know that the longer this goes, they don't want Joe Biden to testify. They don't want Hunter Biden. They don't want Adam Schiff. They don't want the intelligence operative. They don't want any grandstanding from it wouldn't be grandstanding. Those people actually should testify if there's such an amazing abuse of power by President Trump. Because guess what? The intelligence operative who complained about President Trump's phone call also met with Adam Schiff's office, also was linked to the Vice President Biden. Then you have the issue of the actual conflicts of interest. Biden should be questioned as to why he forced another country to fire a prosecutor. And if indeed it was U.S. foreign policy, there should be some evidence. Because they say, there's no evidence that... They say that the evidence for Trump asking to investigate was not that DNC officials reached out to the Ukraine, which they did. They say that it was for personal gain because he was so afraid of the No Malarkey bus tour. Yeah, that's the ticket. The reality is, obviously, President Trump has the same excuse, the same defense as Biden. The same defense is that there's corruption in Ukraine. So Biden says, I forced the prosecutor out because of corruption. And then President Trump says, we withheld aid because of the corruption. The same corruption that Biden uses, cites for firing a prosecutor. See, but they don't believe Trump. They believe Biden. But this is really hilarious. Quote, "We will make our decision as to when we're going to send it when we see what they're doing on the Senate side. You know what they're doing on the Senate side." Pelosi said when asked if it was possible the House might never send the articles to the Senate. Look. From Pelosi's perspective, from Democrats, their perspective is, look, even if it goes to trial, he's not going to be removed anyway. So why give them the luxury of proving us wrong? Why give them the luxury of defending Trump and actually dismantling the absurd notion that Trump tried to interfere in the 2020 election by asking a foreign power to investigate his direct political rival? Okay, Trump isn't cornflakes or Captain Crunch. You know, the really, really scary figures that Biden defeated in his past. But Trump doesn't care about Biden. Just yesterday in Michigan, he alluded to Clinton running. Trump knows Clinton's going to run. You don't think when they said that, when they tried to during one of the debates, they asked both candidates. This was like one of the rare moments where there was some honesty in the debates between Trump and Clinton in 2016. And they asked Hillary Clinton, "What's one good thing you could say about Trump?" And she said, "Well, he's a good father." That's fantastic, because he is a good dad. You know, you don't see his kids doing the things that, whatever. Okay, the vice president's son, whatever. Okay, look. But they asked Trump, "Well, what's one thing you could say about Clinton?" He said, "She never gives up. She never gives up." Okay, he knows it's going to be Clinton. All of this is going to be for Clinton. This is all for Clinton. Bill Clinton was impeached, and this is payback. Okay, and this is to the morally relative Democratic Party way of doing politics. Well, Trump is an impeached president. He's disgraced. He's horrendous. Oh, Hillary warned us. What did she warn us of? This is what's going on. Clinton would have been a great president. It's all going on Twitter now. It's like, it's hilarious. They live in a world, do you understand, where President Trump is capable of anything. If you're watching this channel, almost certainly you're a Trump supporter, or you're an independent, or you really don't, or you're a former progressive or a progressive that it's like a guilty pleasure to watch this channel, okay? You do not see the world in the way that an I'm with her Democrat sees the world, or even the way a person who would vote for Clinton in 2020. You don't see the world in that way. They really do believe that Trump is the embodiment of everything horrible. They will never give credit for record low unemployment, wages rising, first president to step foot in North Korea, to begin détente between North and South Korea. One of the most amazing foreign policy achievements. In recent memory, definitely in recent memory, probably in U.S. history. And signing the First Step Act, he's presiding over record highs in the stock market, record lows in unemployment, 500,000 manufacturing jobs. He's addressing the $400 billion trade deficit with China without engaging in a horrible trade deal like the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So, we can go on forever. He's going up against very, very corrupt, really corrupt intelligence chiefs that, by the way, fall under the executive branch, which people conveniently forget. That's kind of hilarious. They're on CNN and MSNBC. It's so in your face. This is Orwellian, but it's not completely Orwellian, because we know exactly what's taking place. No, if you're not really being deceived, you kind of know, oh, okay, this is an act. Oh, okay, this is a theatrical. Now people are kind of seeing this is a theatrical performance. They will see that the Democratic primary was a theatrical performance too. Pelosi is I don't. She might very well, and if Democrats really think about it, they don't need to send the articles of impeachment to the Senate because they know that Trump isn't going to be removed. They can then say, I mean, you really have people saying that Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell should be impartial jurors.
Oh, I'm going to be impartial. I'm going to be an impartial juror. Just like Adam Schiff. Oh, I'm going to be just as impartial as Adam Schiff and Gerald Nadler. Okay? You want impartiality, Pelosi? How impartial was Adam Schiff? I'll be just like him.
I think I got it. I think I got it down. Because people told me that my
Mitch McConnell
was too close to Bill Clinton. We'll see. Whatever. Yeah, it's just fun. But I think I got my Mitch McConnell down. But anyway, this is hilarious. This is a theatrical performance where the script is right in front of you. Like they're actually reading the script on a teleprompter, and you're like, this actors don't do that. At least they memorize their lines. But they don't want a Senate trial because a Senate trial they'll move to acquit President Trump, which will be absolutely hilarious. And also, they don't want Biden a part of this any more than he has to be. So they know they know that Joe Biden is going to be a big part of any potential Senate trial. They know that. This is ABC News. Joe Biden says he will not appear at Senate impeachment trial despite demands from Trump. Okay, well, if he is demanded by the Senate, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? Schumer, Hunter Biden should not testify in a Senate trial. So it's like, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? What is he going to say? What's he going to say? What could he possibly say? Schumer, Hunter Biden should not testify in a Senate impeachment trial. Senator Charles Schumer told CNN on Monday that former Vice President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, should not testify in a likely Senate impeachment trial, with the Senate Minority Leader arguing it would result in the process becoming a circus. That's the only argument? This shouldn't be for Democrats to bring in their favorite, theories and for Republicans to bring in theirs. No, well, okay, it's not conspiratorial. This is documented by Kenneth Vogel of Politico, documented by all of these people. There's nothing conspiratorial about this. John Solomon of The Hill. Even Joy Behar is like, yeah, it was nepotism. Well, that's the point. That is the exact point. It's nepotism. That's the exact point. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where the nepotism could have been one of the reasons that Joe Biden fired the prosecutor. So we need to hear from him. And they know that. They know that the longer the Senate trial goes, they also know that the senators can probably do what they want to do. They have leeway. Joe Biden says no. Including Republicans. Okay. Yeah, right. Trump wants Senate trial, expects Joe Biden to testify. Joe Biden said he wouldn't voluntarily appear. So they know what's going on. They know what's going on. Trump Senate loyalists mull plans. This is the Daily Beast. Trump Senate loyalists mull plan to call Biden's for any impeachment trial. Report November 6, 2019. Daily Beast. So So you have they're petrified. And they've spun this into, well, Pelosi demands. Yeah, right. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. This is hilarious. They're petrified that Biden gets anywhere near the Senate trial. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.